Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, uncovering their history, design, and, of course, their value. Today, we're setting our sights on a true American classic, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. It's the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1983, complete with its intriguing mint marks and a story that might just surprise you. By the end of this video, we'll reveal the incredible value this coin could hold for lucky collectors, so stick around. Let's begin our journey with a bit of historical context. The Washington quarter dollar has been a staple of American currency since 1932, when it was introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. However, the 1983 version of this iconic coin carries a story and significance all its own. In the early 1980s, the United States was experiencing a shift in its economy, and coinage was no exception. Coins were widely used in everyday transactions, and as a result, most coins from this era show significant signs of wear. What makes the 1983 Washington quarter stand out is its scarcity in pristine condition. Unlike many other years, the United States Mint did not release uncirculated coin sets for collectors in 1983. This means that the majority of these coins were minted for circulation only and were quickly put into use, enduring the wear and tear of daily transactions. For collectors, this has created a challenge. Finding a 1983 Washington quarter in top condition is incredibly rare. Now let's talk about the design of the Washington quarter, a true masterpiece of simplicity and symbolism. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the profile of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Washington's likeness, with his dignified and resolute expression, has become an enduring symbol of American leadership. Surrounding his profile are the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year 1983, reminding us of the values that have shaped the United States. On the reverse side, the coin features a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. This image represents the balance of strength and peace that defines the American spirit. Above the eagle, the words "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum" stand proud, while the denomination quarter dollar is inscribed below. The details in the eagle's feathers and the sharpness of the lettering are crucial factors in determining the coin's condition and, ultimately, its value. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1983 Washington quarter is the presence of mint marks. These small but significant details can be found on the obverse side of the coin, just below Washington's neck. Mint marks indicate where the coin was produced, with P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and the absence of a mint mark indicating a Philadelphia coin as well. Coins from certain mints are often rarer or more desirable than others, adding another layer of excitement for collectors. But what truly sets the 1983 Washington quarter apart is its rarity in uncirculated or high-grade condition. Coins that have survived without significant scratches, nicks, or discoloration are incredibly scarce. Over the years, many of these quarters were used heavily in daily commerce, leading to wear and tear that reduces their collectible value. For collectors, finding a 1983 Washington quarter in mint condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. Grading plays a critical role in determining the coin's value, with higher grades commanding significantly higher prices. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional services are particularly sought after, as they are preserved in almost perfect condition, with sharp details and a brilliant luster. Adding even more excitement to the hunt are error coins and die varieties. These anomalies occur during the minting process and can result in unique features such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other irregularities. Such errors are highly prized by collectors, as they make the coin one of a kind. If you're lucky enough to come across an error coin from 1983, you could be holding something truly extraordinary. Now, the part you've all been waiting for: just how valuable can the 1983 Washington quarter dollar be? If you happen to have one of these coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare error, its value could be jaw-dropping. This seemingly humble quarter, which may have passed through countless hands in 1983, could be worth as much as $90,000. That's right, $90,000 for a single quarter. So, it's time to check those old piggy banks, search through your loose change, and maybe even revisit those coin collections tucked away in storage. You never know, you might just have a treasure waiting to be discovered. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating tale of the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1967. This coin, often dismissed as ordinary, holds a legacy that's anything but. Make sure to stay with us until the very end, where we'll reveal the stunning value this coin could hold for collectors today. The Washington quarter has long been a symbol of American pride and heritage. First introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, it quickly became a staple of U.S. currency. But what makes the 1967 Washington quarter so special lies not only in its design but also in the unique circumstances surrounding its production. The late 1960s was a turbulent yet transformative period in American history. The country was undergoing significant cultural and political change, and the economy was no exception. By 1967, the United States Mint was grappling with the consequences of a nationwide coin shortage. The demand for coins was skyrocketing, and to combat this issue, the Mint took some unusual measures. One of the most notable actions taken during this time was the suspension of mint marks on all coins produced between 1965 and 1967. This decision was made to discourage hoarding and ensure that coins were kept in circulation rather than being stockpiled by collectors. As a result, the 1967 Washington quarter lacks the mint mark that typically indicates where it was produced, making it an interesting piece of numismatic history. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1967 Washington quarter. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar profile of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan. His image, with its dignified and steadfast expression, has graced the quarter for decades and remains a timeless symbol of leadership. Surrounding Washington's portrait are the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 1967, each element thoughtfully placed to reflect the values of the nation. The reverse side of the coin is equally striking, featuring a powerful depiction of an eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle clutches arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength and readiness, while an olive branch rests below, representing peace. Above the eagle, the phrase, "United States of America," proudly arcs across the coin, accompanied by "e pluribus unum," meaning, out of many, one. The denomination, quarter dollar, is inscribed at the bottom. The artistry and symbolism of this design continue to captivate collectors and history buffs alike. What makes the 1967 Washington quarter particularly intriguing to collectors is its availability, or rather, the lack of it, in high-grade condition. Due to the suspension of mint marks and the widespread circulation of these coins, finding one that has survived the decades in pristine, uncirculated condition is extremely rare. Most 1967 quarters were heavily used in everyday transactions, leading to wear and tear that diminishes their appeal to collectors. For those fortunate enough to discover a 1967 Washington quarter in exceptional condition, the rewards can be extraordinary. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services are especially coveted, as they exhibit sharp details, a flawless finish, and minimal signs of handling. But the story doesn't end there. Among the 1967 Washington quarters, there are rare instances of error coins and die varieties that elevate their desirability even further. These errors, which occurred during the minting process, can result in unique characteristics such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other irregularities. Collectors are drawn to these anomalies because they represent one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the rest. The search for these error coins has become something of a treasure hunt for numismatists. Each discovery adds another layer of excitement to the hobby, and the possibility of finding an error coin from 1967 keeps collectors on their toes. Now, let's talk about the ultimate question: just how valuable is the 1967 Washington quarter dollar? If you have one of these coins in immaculate, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare error, its value could leave you speechless. This seemingly ordinary coin, a staple of American pocket change in 1967, could be worth as much as $95,000. Yes, you heard that right, $95,000 for a single quarter. Who knew such a small coin could hold such tremendous value? So, Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the world of coins, take a closer look at your collection. That 1967 Washington quarter you've been overlooking might just be a hidden treasure. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1971. While it might look like an ordinary coin you've seen in pocket change, this piece of American history holds secrets and potential value that could blow your mind. Stick with us until the very end, because we'll reveal how much this coin could be worth today. Trust us, it's a number you won't want to miss. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American currency for decades. Originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, this coin has seen countless changes in design, composition, and historical significance over the years. The 1971 Washington quarter holds a unique place in this timeline, not just because of its year of minting, but because of what was happening in the United States during this period. The early 1970s were a pivotal time in American history. The Vietnam War was still ongoing, the civil rights movement had brought significant social changes, and the economy was undergoing challenges, including inflation. These societal shifts were reflected in many aspects of American life, including its coinage. The Washington quarter was produced in large quantities during this time to meet the needs of a growing and evolving nation. What sets the 1971 Washington quarter apart? For starters, this was an era of transition in U.S. coinage. A major shift had already occurred in 1965, when the mint stopped using silver in quarters, replacing it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change made the coin less valuable intrinsically, but the history, design, and rarity of specific quarters from this era have kept them highly collectible. On the obverse side of the 1971 Washington quarter, you'll find the iconic image of George Washington. Sculpted by John Flanagan, this timeless portrait captures Washington's strength and dignity as the first president of the United States. Above his profile, the word liberty reminds us of the nation's founding principles, while the phrase, "In God we trust," reflects the values held dear by many Americans. The date, 1971, sits proudly below Washington's chin, marking this coin as a product of its time. The reverse side is equally striking. It features a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows in its talons to symbolize strength and readiness. Beneath the eagle, you'll notice the olive branch, representing peace, a duality that has long defined the United States. Surrounding this powerful imagery are the words United States of America and the national motto, E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one. The denomination, quarter dollar, completes the design, grounding it in its practical purpose as currency. While the 1971 Washington quarter was produced in significant numbers, not all of these coins are created equal. What truly excites collectors are the rare variations and errors that occasionally occurred during the minting process. These anomalies can include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even planchet errors. Such mistakes make these coins unique and highly sought after, as they represent rare moments when the precision of the minting process was slightly off. Even without errors, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved, showing little to no signs of wear, are classified as uncirculated and are much more desirable to collectors. In fact, finding a 1971 Washington quarter in pristine condition is no small feat. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, used in countless transactions, and subjected to the wear and tear of everyday life. The hunt for these rare and high-grade coins has become a passion for numismatists around the world. Whether it's the thrill of uncovering a rare error coin or the satisfaction of owning a perfectly preserved piece of history, the allure of the 1971 Washington quarter continues to grow. Now, let's talk about the moment you've been waiting for, the potential value of this coin. If you happen to have a 1971 Washington quarter that's in flawless, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, its worth could astonish you. This seemingly ordinary coin could fetch as much as $85,000. That's right, $85,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think about how something so small and seemingly common could hold such immense value. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting to explore the world of coins, take a close look at your collection. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure like the 1971 Washington quarter. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1974. This coin might seem like just another piece of change at first glance, but by the end of this video, you'll realize just how extraordinary it truly is. Stay tuned, because the potential value of this coin will leave you speechless, and will reveal that jaw-dropping figure at the very end. Let's start with a bit of history about the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin has become one of the most iconic and enduring symbols of American currency. Over the decades, it has witnessed changes in design, metal composition, and even the minting process, all of which contribute to its rich history and collectible nature. The year 1974 was an intriguing time for the Washington quarter. By this point, the coin had been circulating for over 40 years, evolving alongside a nation undergoing rapid changes. The economy was feeling the effects of inflation, the energy crisis was at its peak, and America was still reeling from major political events like the Watergate scandal. Coins like the Washington quarter were not just tools for commerce, they were part of the everyday lives of millions of Americans during these turbulent times. Now, let's talk about the design of this coin. The obverse features the iconic profile of George Washington, a design created by sculptor John Flanagan. This classic image of the nation's first president has graced the quarter for decades, representing leadership, strength, and the values that define America. Above his profile, you'll find the word liberty, a timeless reminder of the country's founding ideals. To the left, the phrase, "In God We Trust," is inscribed, and at the bottom of the coin, the year 1974 is displayed prominently. On the reverse side, we're met with the powerful image of a bald eagle, wings outstretched, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons. Beneath the eagle is an olive branch, symbolizing the balance between war and peace, a message that resonates deeply, especially when you consider the historical context of the time. Surrounding this magnificent design are the words, United States of America, and the national motto, E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. The denomination, quarter dollar, is inscribed at the bottom, completing the design in a way that is both elegant and functional. But what makes the 1974 Washington quarter so special? While millions of these coins were minted that year, not all are created equal. Certain factors can make this seemingly ordinary quarter an extraordinary find. Mint marks, for example, are a key element to watch for. These small letters, located just below the wreath on the reverse side of the coin, indicate where the coin was minted, whether it was Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Minting errors are another major factor that can skyrocket the value of a coin. During the production process, mistakes can happen. Double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet errors are just a few examples. These errors make the coin unique and highly sought after by collectors, as they represent rare moments when the precision of the minting process was slightly off. Of course, the condition of the coin is critical in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale ranging from poor to perfect mint state. A 1974 Washington quarter that has been well preserved, showing no signs of wear or damage, is classified as uncirculated and is much more desirable to collectors. Coins that still have their original luster and sharp details are especially prized, as they capture the craftsmanship of the era in pristine form. The thrill of finding such a coin has captivated collectors for decades. Whether you're combing through old jars of change, searching flea markets, or meticulously sorting through rolls of quarters from the bank, the hunt for rare coins like the 1974 Washington quarter is both exciting and rewarding. It's not just about the monetary value, it's about the history and the stories these coins carry. Now, let's get to the moment you've been waiting for. How much could a 1974 Washington quarter actually be worth? If you happen to have one in flawless, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, the value can be astonishing. This coin, in the right condition, could be worth as much as $96,000. Yes, you heard that right, $96,000 for a single quarter. It's amazing to think that something so small could hold such a massive value. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out in the world of coin collecting, take a closer look at your collection. That 1974 Washington quarter sitting in an old jar or tucked away in a drawer might just be the treasure you've been looking for. Today, we've got an exciting deep dive into one of the most interesting finds in the world of coin collecting, the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1990. It might seem like just another coin from the late 20th century, but trust me, this piece could be hiding a fortune that many aren't aware of. So grab a seat and join me as we explore everything you need to know about the Washington quarter dollar 1990 mint mark coin, its history, its design, and most importantly, its incredible value in today's market. First, let's talk about the significance of the Washington quarter dollar itself. The Washington quarter, which features the iconic portrait of the first U.S. President, George Washington, has been a mainstay of American currency since it was first introduced in 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin honors Washington's legacy and serves as an enduring symbol of the nation. For collectors, each quarter has its own unique qualities based on the year it was minted, the mint mark, and the condition of the coin. The Washington quarter dollar 1990 is no different. But what makes this particular year so interesting? Well, the 1990 mint mark coins were produced during a time when the U.S. Mint was focusing on modernizing and perfecting its coinage. These quarters, struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, weren't anything out of the ordinary when they were first minted. They were just another batch of coins produced to fill everyday transactions. However, as the years have gone by, they've taken on an increasingly rare and valuable status due to a combination of factors that collectors now recognize. You might be wondering, what makes the Washington quarter dollar from 1990 different from the rest? To start, let's talk about the minting process. The 1990 quarters were struck using the same basic design that had been in circulation since the late 1930s, but there's one key detail collectors are always looking for: the mint mark. For the 1990 quarters, this can either be a D for Denver or a blank mint mark for coins struck in Philadelphia. While the majority of these quarters are fairly common, certain rare varieties exist, particularly when they were made with specific dies or features that were later changed or corrected. This brings us to another crucial point: condition. Like any coin, the state of preservation has a huge impact on its value. Most Washington quarters from 1990 were spent in daily transactions, which means they were exposed to wear and tear. Finding one in excellent condition is not only rare but extremely desirable to collectors. In fact, the difference between a quarter that's slightly worn and one that's practically mint can be night and day when it comes to value. Now, let's talk about the real magic here: the value. Washington quarters from 1990, when found in pristine, uncirculated condition, can fetch impressive prices on the market. While most of these coins aren't worth much more than their face value, there are a few exceptional examples that have surfaced through the years. These coins often feature distinctive characteristics that set them apart, such as die cracks, double die errors, or other minting anomalies. Coins like these have made it to auctions and private sales, sometimes fetching tens of thousands of dollars from eager collectors, but that's not all. The true hidden gem of this group is the elusive 1990 D mint mark quarter, particularly those found in uncirculated, near-perfect condition. These quarters stand out not just for their design or their historical significance, but for the rarity that comes with well-preserved examples. So, you might be wondering, what kind of money are we talking about here? How much could a Washington quarter dollar from 1990 really be worth? Well, the value of these coins can vary significantly based on factors like condition, mint mark, and any unique features they might possess. But if you happen to come across a Washington quarter dollar from 1990 that is in flawless, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare error or minting anomaly, you could be holding something truly special. Hold on to your hats, because here's where things get really exciting. The price for the right 1990 Washington quarter dollar could easily reach an eye-watering $100,000. Yes, you heard that right. One of these coins could be worth a staggering amount of money if it ticks all the right boxes. In fact, certain specimens have been known to sell for this incredible amount at high-end coin auctions, attracting the attention of the wealthiest collectors around the world. Imagine stumbling upon a coin that was sitting in your pocket change, and realizing it's worth a small fortune. It's one of those moments that can turn an average coin collection into something truly legendary. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting to dip your toes into the world of numismatics, this is the kind of treasure hunt that keeps things exciting. So, how can you spot one of these valuable coins? The key lies in the condition, the mint mark, and the possibility of a minting error. If you have a 1990 Washington quarter with any unusual features, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional. Even if you find a coin that's simply in excellent condition, don't dismiss it too quickly. It could still hold significant value, and you might be surprised by how much it could fetch. If you're a collector, make sure to keep an eye out for these incredible coins. The United States Washington quarter dollar from 1990 might not be the first coin that comes to mind when you think of rare treasures, but for the savvy collector, it could very well be the find of a lifetime. Remember, rarity and condition are the two most important factors when it comes to determining the value of a coin, so be sure to examine each piece carefully. So, next time you're flipping through a jar of loose change or sorting through your coin collection, don't overlook the Washington quarter dollar from 1990. Who knows, you might just have a small fortune on your hands. At the end of the day, the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and you never know when you might uncover a hidden treasure. Whether you're collecting for fun or aiming for that big payout, the journey is what makes it all worthwhile. And as promised, the real value of a well-preserved 1990 Washington quarter dollar, one that could be worth more than you could imagine, is a staggering $100,000.